welcome back. My name is Johanna Dinsdale from Multitherapy. I am a qualifying psychotherapist, and today we're going to be talking all about our eating habits. Why are we like this? Let's find out today. So, I've prepared something very special. This is my first ever cooking time show. I'm definitely probably the most anxious out of all of my videos because I have very little confidence in my cooking, basically. Very little confidence. But hey, part of this channel is all about taking little small actionable steps to improve ourselves. Hi Lorraine, good morning. Shout out to Lorraine for giving me this great idea about cooking while talking about food. Lorraine, again, thank you for that great idea. I'm feeling a little bit nervous, but guess what, guys? We're here to have some fun, try something new, so let's go for it. But first, let's check in, Lorraine. What's up? How's it going? Tell me what's been going on with you. Yeah. When I say that our topic is going to be all about talking about food, specifically, I kind of want to challenge you guys to reflect on your eating habits, why you eat the way we do, especially reflecting on emotional eating. A lot of people these days find comfort. This is really integrated into our history as people. We often find connection and community around eating, so it's no surprise that sometimes we overdo it a little bit with our connection with food. So we'll talk a little bit about a healthy connection, what that would look like. Hi Edwiman, good morning. Good morning Matt and David. Oh my gosh, look at all these moderators we have today. I think now that we have like a set up schedule, hopefully that makes it easier for everybody to show up or at least know when I'm about to come live. I know beforehand it was very chaotic, so I love to see you guys all here. I'm feeling great, David. I'm cautiously optimistic about this cake. I chose a cannoli cake because it is one of the most delicious cakes I've ever eaten. There's a bakery close by that sells these massive cannoli cakes, which is basically like just regular cake, layer of cannoli filling, and then cake cannoli filling as the icing. It is so, so delicious. So fingers crossed for me. I've never even made a cannoli. So cannoli cake seems a bit ambitious, but we shall see how it goes. Thank you, Lorraine. Yeah, just have fun. That's what I'm going to try to do today. Just have some fun. You entered your schedule into my Google Calendar. Oh, Lorraine, that's wonderful. I hope your exams went well and that they're all done. Are they all done or are you still going? Host needs some full-fat Coca-Cola and some hypnosis. Honestly, David, I only have Coke Zero right now, sadly. Yeah, of course, Lorraine, no pressure. If you could show up, then great. If not, that's okay too. All right, guys, let's get started here. First, we gotta oil the pan. So, we're gonna grab this here and do a little spritz of the oil. What's your favorite kind of cake, guys? I'd love to hear. This is definitely my favorite at the moment. But back in the day, I think chocolate classic would be my favorite if I had to pick one. You got a high A. Nice, Lorraine. Well done, everybody in the comments. Shout out to Lorraine for getting a high A. Well done. That's not easy, especially in those like tough kind of AI engineering math kind of courses. Takes a lot, so good for you. Hi, Amir. I am cooking a cannoli cake. First time, so we'll see how it goes. Tommy. Good evening from Sweden and have a nice day. Hi, Tommy. Welcome. I hope you have a really good one too. I hope that you get a nice rest. And if you want to join us for making a cake and talking about our eating habits, feel free to join in. Oh, you love ice cream cake? Lorraine, have you ever had the Dairy Queen ice cream cake? That one is super delicious. I love that one. My sibling always has the Dairy Queen ice cream cake every single time for their birthday. So I get a little dose every year, which is great. Hey ML, welcome to the chat. Yes, do a Dairy Queen to celebrate your exam, Lorraine. Let's do that. That would be great. Nordic light dancing in the sky over Sweden just now. Oh, that's beautiful. I actually recently saw the Northern Lights for the first time from my own backyard. It's very uncommon for us to get the conditions for the Northern Lights, but we did, and oh my gosh, it was incredible. We just stood out there for hours, just taking pictures. Sometimes it's harder to see it with our eyes versus the camera. The camera actually captures the Northern Lights even better than your naked eye. I do not know what that is. Isoline. Hi Ariel, welcome. Comment ça va? Es-tu parler le français? Do I know Blackpink? I do know Blackpink. I like their Pink Venom. That's a good song. Okay, let's get started here, guys. So we got our pan prepped. It says put that aside. And now, oh gosh, in a small bowl combine flour, baking powder, and salt. Of course I don't have the baking powder. Baking powder. Baking powder. Oh gosh, I do have it. I do have it somewhere. Baking powder. You guys are getting an exclusive view of my kitchen and the messy drawers, so enjoy. You're subbed to my channel, Epic Momentum. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that. We have a lot of fun here talking mental health and all that fun stuff. Oh, you see John. Who's John, Ariel? Yay. Okay. So how much baking powder do we need? We need 2.5 teaspoons. Got it. Okay. You see what I mean? I completely forgot to get all the measuring stuff. But this is fun. Experimental, of course. Hey, Vicus. Welcome. Great to see you. Just catching up on the chat. Okay. Our rule. I'm sorry to hear that. I really encourage you to talk to a professional then. That's really, yeah, important that you get some professional help for that if that's the case. Wishing you all the best, huh? There's a lot of free resources, free hotlines if that's something that you need. Oh my gosh. JV pot, why you gotta phrase it like that, buddy? Okay, let's do the teaspoons of baking powder. So that's 1, 2. Okay, and 1/2. And next we do 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. We have about 3 or 4 bodyguards out of 8. Yeah. Fun fact, you're supposed to wish you good morning, but here in India it's night. Well, Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to everybody in the chat, no matter whereabouts you are. Hi, Barbara, welcome. Rebecca, hello. Matt, don't mix up baking powder and baking soda. I made that mistake before. What happens, Matt, if that is the case? Let's see here. 2.5 cups. Cheeky. So that's 2 cups. And see, I definitely prefer baking over cooking. Because as I like to say, baking is a science and cooking is more of an art. Because when it comes to cooking, you need to have a real taste for it. You need to like really measure. It's not like measurements per se. It's like you have to really feel it out. And I just don't have that sense, I suppose. I mean, cooking for myself, sure, I'll just eat whatever I make. It might not taste the best, but I don't mind. But I get really into my head when I cook for other people. Rebecca, I have my toque on because I am Canadian and it is rather cold. Our heating has been like going on and off, I'm not sure. I have one of those Nests, like the smart ones. But it doesn't seem to be very smart. It seems to be kind of dumb. Still trying to figure out how to adjust the settings there. And also because I am Canadian and we love toques. It's good to see you as a chef, says Vicus. Would you mind making your breakfast as well? Vicus, what's your favorite breakfast? Let me know. Maybe we could do that sometime. I am pretty good at pancakes. Those are pretty simple to do. Eggs. After watching the bear make the eggs, I learned a special technique. You run your eggs through a sieve, you know, like those little grated things, and that takes out all the little chunks out of the egg, so it makes it nice and smooth. So, yeah, that's how you make very special scrambled eggs. Good morning, Chester. How are you doing? Happy belated birthday. Thank you. Yeah, I thought this was kind of fun too to do like a little birthday cake. Fun. Solomon, welcome. How are you doing? Have I ever seen the Everybody Loves Raymond episode with cannolis? I have not actually, Lorraine. I've never watched that show. What's that all about? Merry Christmas, Solomon. Merry Christmas to you. You'd like an omelet sandwich pancake? Perfect, because I can do that. Mr. Mel, hello, hello. And Doug, where did you get the Hunter hat? I just got new Hunter wellies. Very nice, Doug. I do love the Hunter brand. The boots, I always wanted a pair when I was a kid, so now that I have a pair, I feel like very happy and fulfilled. Where did I get it? I got it at Costco, actually. I do love a good Costco trip. Do you guys know what Costco is? It's kind of like a big warehouse where they sell only like really bulk items typically. So like you can buy just a massive bag of rice or a massive thing of sugar. But every once in a while they like really have these nice pieces of clothing. Good morning, Clayton. How are you doing? Just a funny family that lives in the street from the in-laws. I see. Oh, thank you, Mr. Mouth. Appreciate that. When was my birthday? Oh, yeah, no worries. I didn't give a specific date to you guys because I like to keep like personal info kind of secret. But yeah, it's around now. So thanks, Vicus, and don't feel sad that you missed it because yeah, you didn't really. Oh, you like the Costco chicken melt, Lorraine? Delicious. Matt's a fan of Costco too? Nice, yeah. Oh, even in Canada, they have the really cheap hot dogs. So here's the lore of Costco. Basically, the CEO, even though things have changed over the years, he like insisted to keep the food super cheap. Like for the longest time, it was like $1 for a hot dog. And even like many years later, even though it's risen like maybe to $1.50 or something, he's kept it super uber cheap. Yeah, like you can't find cheaper food than the Costco restaurant basically, but it makes it special that way. Yeah, oh yeah, the cakes out at Costco are pretty good too. The big slab sheets with the custard on the inside. Yes. Oh, thanks for the shout out, Mr. Mouth. Exactly. Yeah, please like and subscribe. Doug, you're in Scotland? That's so cool. I've been to Scotland once and it was amazing. I hope to go back again. And specifically, what do I want to see in Scotland? Oh, I went to the Loch Ness Monster Lake and everything. That was awesome. As a kid, whew, you were so scared that you were going to run into it. Hi, JR. Welcome. Am I all ready for Christmas? Absolutely not. I just got started on my Christmas prep. What have I done so far? I've done like a few decor here and there. We just moved into this house recently, so we're still kind of getting all of the items, the decor collected. You know, most people have that big bin that they pull out every year. That's still getting accumulated. And I love going to the thrift store to find Christmas stuff when it comes to the decor because you find like the quirkiest, silliest stuff there, and I love that. What is the orange and green containers? So we got some whipping cream here. We got some buttermilk here. We're gonna be making a cannoli cake. God bless. Hi, welcome. This is the hunter hat. That's what it says over there. I'm in Toronto, Canada. God bless. Whereabouts are you? I know. I don't necessarily love cooking, Vicus. This is almost like, what do you call it? A challenge for me because I really do kind of, I'm not the greatest at cooking. All right, let me do the next step here. We put the baking powder, we mixed it. We're gonna set this aside. And now we gotta add the butter and the sugar. Butter. That's something I forgot. Butter. Here we go. Butter. Do you guys have the same kind of butter where you're at? Let me know. Yeah, the Loch Ness Monster lives under the big old castle. That's what I've heard. As a kid, I was like both wanting to see it and at the same time really not wanting to see it because it sounded a little bit intimidating. 2/3 cup. 2/3 cup, okay. Unsalted butter. 2/3 would be about here. All right. That seems about right. I hope the math is mathing. Probably gonna have to microwave this thing. You're in Alberta. Welcome, Clayton. Oh yeah. We got a cold storm coming to Canada. It's gonna be very intense. I'm not ready for it. I'm feeling a little bit nervous about the cold. But as Canadians, we just hunker down, go into hibernation mode, and play some nice, relaxing holiday music. That's what we do when the weather outside is frightful. We make inside delightful. Let's move that for about a minute. Okay. You're new here. Okay, well, welcome. Yeah, I'm a therapist. We talk mental health and we do fun, silly things such as this every once in a while just to shake things up, keep you guys on your toes, you know? Clayton, you lived in Toronto most of your life. You had to get out there after all. Oh dear. That's not great, Clayton. I happen to be married to one of those, so please be respectful. Doug, you've been out fishing and have seen some weird stuff. Oh, did you see the Loch Ness Monster, Doug? I wouldn't be surprised. I am a believer. He's out there. Absolutely. Cooking the chili. Be warm. Yes, you too. God bless. I hope everybody stays warm during these chilly, chilly times. You're making homemade chili? Lovely. That sounds good. Yeah, if you guys want to join me in cooking, I would love for you to keep me company and cook your own little thing and let me know how it's going. I like to just be the background noise to your day, you know? I am so much a lover of that. I love the casual viewing. I just like pop on people in the background and listen to people chit-chatting. The latest one that I've been listening to that makes me laugh is Caleb Hammer. It's called Financial Audit, and he freaks out at people who have like spent their money unwisely, basically. It's very silly. Yeah, David, remember I said I didn't want to like specifically say my birthday because it's like personal info, so we said let's just say December 1st. Sorry for the confusion. JT, I'm not ready for Christmas quite yet, but we're getting there. I gotta start doing my Christmas shopping. What does your Christmas shopping look like, guys? So at my family, we typically do a Secret Santa. When we were kids, we'd get the stockings and fill them up with gifts. But now that we're older, we just do a Secret Santa. So everybody gets one special gift. And yeah, pick out a name. So this year, actually I can't say because I think my parents, sometimes they join these lives, so I cannot say who I have for Secret Santa. But I have a great idea for the gift, and I'm really excited to give it to them. Yes, I am a certified qualifying psychotherapist, guys. And yeah, when I think about emotional eating too, you know, often we think about the sweets and stuff, and sometimes you think, why am I so attracted to all these highly sugary foods, right? Number one, there's kind of an association to our childhoods, right? We're taught from a young age that sweet things like desserts are treats. There's something special. They're like an award for you. And it's funny how that can affect your mindset even as an adult, right? Because you think, oh, I'm going to get myself a little treat. This is a little reward for me. And yeah, it's just interesting to think of it that way. It's like, oh, we're taught that sweet foods are treats. And often you hear about like questioning and challenging these beliefs around food. So again, depending on where you're at, whether it's emotional eating or restricting, it's like questioning the way that you think about food. So for example, this cake, you know, you might be tempted, oh my gosh, I can't wait to eat this cake. I want to eat the whole thing. So exciting, right? Those synapses in your brain are firing, and that's like almost like an addictive reaction. They've done some MRI studies about the way that people react to food, and it's very depending on their belief system. Some people's brains do light up in that kind of addictive way because it's very similar, right? You're kind of intaking something that is a little bit addictive because it gives you a rush, similar to specific substances, right? And if you do it more and more and more, that road in your brain gets stronger and stronger. So it just feels more and more powerful to you. These things that are really delicious becomes a real kind of high for you. Lorraine, Secret Santa is great. You get one gift for someone for a set amount and you always get a gift back. Yeah, I agree. I think we kind of decided collectively as a family we don't want to be overdoing it, right? Like, I think as kids we definitely got spoiled, and now that we're older, we're like, yeah, it's again, we follow our values. If you really enjoy that gift giving part of Christmas, totally valid. That's something that you guys enjoy. That's what makes it special. Just our family, we like to keep it a bit smaller, a bit more intimate. Vika says, you still have that tattoo on my hand? Oh yeah, I do. I didn't laser it off or anything. I got this big one here too. Woo! Don't usually show off my fox tattoo, but yeah, she's there. Steak pies. Oh, Doug, you like the steak pies? Those aren't very popular in Canada, but when I lived in England, yeah, it's like a common thing to eat, right, in the UK. Matt, what's new? Yeah, great job, guys. Thank you for helping, mods. You're my lifeline. I really appreciate it. So we got our butter. What else we got going on in here? And sugar. Okay. Where's our sugar? Sugar. That's the granulated sugar, 1 3/4 cups. Yeah, some interesting measurements on this one, guys. Okay. Perfect. That worked out. It was like the whole jar. Shoop. Okay. Sugar, butter. Mix on a medium speed for 3 minutes until light and fluffy. Okay, we better turn on the oven at this point, I'm thinking. Now's a good time to do it. Okay. Mix. You guys want the ASMR? Man, I would make so much bank doing ASMR. I just can't get into it though, guys. I always think it's so silly. Let's see. Have I seen the Twilight Saga? Remember Jacob from that movie? Yes. Oh, does that look like Taylor Lautner's wolf tattoo? Did he have a similar one? Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I did not know that, if that's the case. Wolfman. Yeah, who are you guys? Team Jacob or Team Edward? Let me know. Please, this is important. If you guys like this video, please like it. Give it that little boosty boost. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever get somebody's name tattooed. Just seems like a bad idea. Symbols and stuff are cooler anyways, personally. Aw, Vickus, giving some love, giving some props to David. That's so nice. ASMR, you guys do? almost hypnotic, huh, guys? Whoosh. It did say to do this with like a power, what do you call it? Like the automatic ones. But I'm not a fancy girl. I don't have that. So we're just gonna have to make do. Kind of story of our life. Hey guys, just make do with what you got. Try your best. Hi, artist on the rooftop. Welcome. Vic, is your team Jacob? Yeah, same. South Valley, you are absolutely a fancy girl. I mean, what do you guys think? Does that look done? I need like specific advice from y'all because I am not a chef. It says until light and fluffy. Can butter get fluffy? Vicus, that's why you chose Jacob? That's a good reason. Okay, you go tell your wife you're a fancy girl, South Valley. You heard it from me. 30 more seconds, Lorraine? Okay, we'll do 30 more seconds. It's starting to look good, I think. Artist on the rooftop, that is a great question. And I always found that a little bit questionable too. Okay, Lorraine says to stop. Let's see on region. Right, yeah. I guess, you know, when it comes to like the age of consent and stuff, as a therapist, you say you focus on the brain development, right? And technically the brain isn't fully developed into the age of 25. So once that person hits the age of 25, right? And again, it just depends on your beliefs and whatnot. I know a lot of cultures do not like the big age gap. You like obviously like reaching the age of consent and afterwards. But yeah, what do you guys think? I'd love to hear your opinions about big age gaps. Hey, Jacob got the short end of the stick. I think he was the better choice, personally. He was a real sweetheart. Okay, now we gotta add the eggs and vanilla. All right, guys, wish me luck. No shell, no shell. Ooh. I got one down. Thanks, Vanessa. I'm glad you like my hat. Oh no, not the shell. Oh, somehow I did it, guys. I'm impressed with myself. Yeah, I hate the texture. Okay, let me put it away. Okay, add eggs. Add vanilla. I'm just gonna put a splash in. Shoop. Are you heading out, Beckus? If so, take care. Hope you have a great one. Or are you saying good luck with the the eggshells? Ah, yeah. What about dating AI? Bye, David. Take care. Hey, Joe. Welcome. It's nice to see you. I'm glad you could make it. Dating AI. That is a great question. Dating AI. It's a very interesting phenomenon. And I truly do think it makes a lot of sense in this age of isolation and lack of communication skills. It does make a lot of sense that people would rely on AI. Though I do specifically feel very sad when people use AI in replacement of therapists, because that's always not good, because AI typically tends to be very biased towards your opinion. They try their best, but it's not a replacement for therapy, guys. So if you keep asking therapy questions to an AI, I would recommend talking to an actual mental health professional. Yeah, but I watched a lot of documentaries about people dating AI, and very interesting stuff. It is very understandable, right? Because AI is designed to be so affirming, right? And sometimes you don't get that in real life, that somebody is constantly reassuring you that you're doing the right thing, taking your side. So to find something that does it for you that seems very human, just makes sense that you would build an emotional connection. Yeah, Beto, exactly. AI can lie. It would be a horrible therapist. For sure. Because pointing out my accent. You look like Sung Hoon from Enfin. What? Make is Did you say that before? I feel like this is the second person who said that, which is so interesting. I'll have to look it up again. You've been a lot of therapists, and they just keep passing me on to others. You're a huge mess, maybe. Oh, Vado. Yeah, it's tricky, right? Because people want to give you the best care, and if they don't feel that they're capable, it's our ethical duty to help you find somebody else, or at least give you some references to the people that can give you the best help. Yeah, it's always really hard because we do want to help you, right? But if we aren't competent, then yeah, it's the right thing to do to find somebody else. Um, yes. Yeah, exactly, Matt. If you try to like lead it a little bit, it'll pick up on that and the AI will just say, yeah. Well, I think AI is definitely going to be sticking around. It's not going anywhere. So, yeah, it's one of those things that you just got to buckle up for the ride because it's definitely not going anywhere. AI was trying to stop you from putting ghost pepper into your food, even though explicitly mentioned putting your name onto the food. Interesting. I look like Sung Hoon. Hey, that's another person who said that. What is up with that? Okay, should I be looking up who this is? Sung Hoon? Okay, I'm gonna look it up. From, what did you call it? Infant? What are you guys even talking about? That doesn't look anything like me. Is this just like an internet joke that I don't understand? Oh boy. Well, thank you guys anyways. I appreciate that. Just accept your ways and try to do good to everyone. Yeah, Vito, there's nothing wrong with being a little different, right? AI told you to enter politics? Hey, maybe. Politics is something interesting. Absolutely. Lorraine, I haven't ever seen Seinfeld either. I'm not a big sitcom fan, so I haven't really seen a lot of these. But I can give it a try. Because there's someone stealing your food. You love ghost peppers. You think I look like Chiara Advani. Chiara Advani. Let me look that up. Chiara. Yeah, you told me I look like somebody the other day, Vicus, and I kind of agreed with that one. This one, I don't think so. Maybe. She's beautiful, but I don't think I look like that either. Lorraine says, once you saw a Seinfeld episode in life where you started to get mixed feelings around food at the diner. Oh, what kind of mixed feelings? I'm going to need some more information there. He started incorporating food play into his love life. Oh, he started like falling in love with food? Yeah, that could happen, absolutely. I could see that. Because, you know, our brain's a funny thing, right? It creates these associations with things depending on what's happening, right? So, for example, if you witness a car accident, then you start associating cars with danger, right? Maybe before that, your whole life, you didn't mind driving around. It was fun, enjoyable for you. But then as soon as that happened, this association was created. So that's when you can start to check in with those things. Okay, what is the origin of this fear, right? For example, cooking. Like, this is very uncomfortable for me, guys. I very much do not enjoy cooking too much. And I think it's because I have a bit of perfectionism tendencies when it comes to cooking. I'm like, I don't want to go through all of this effort for something to fail entirely. Especially if you buy all these fancy ingredients and stuff. You don't want to go through the effort and have it not worth it, right? But at the same time, I'm depriving myself from the joy of cooking. So that's why it's good to check in with yourself and see why you think the way you do, because you might realize, okay, I can actually do something a bit different in making my life better and more enjoyable. Okay, let's add the flour. Flour? Was this flour? Guys, was this flour? I think it was flour. I think we're good. Add 1/3 of the flour mixture and mix until combined. And then add 1/2 cup of buttermilk. I don't know about buttermilk, guys. I wonder what it tastes like. I don't think I've ever just had straight up buttermilk. How much? 1/2 cup. All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try some. Oh, it just tastes like yogurt. I was not expecting that flavor though. It was like kind of sour. I was expecting more milk. Oh, the aftertaste is not that pleasant. Let me scroll. I look like Sabrina the Teenage Witch from the 90s. Wow, that's a big compliment. She was really pretty too. Oh, your girl is Mary Jane? Yeah. It's legal in Canada. People really be enjoying it over here too. Thanks, Anthony. I'm glad you like my hat. Exactly, Vicus. Balance is everything, right? I say don't deprive yourself of the things that you love when it comes to food and everything, but it's got to be balanced. And sometimes it's really hard because we try to force ourselves, really push ourselves hard to do these things, right? We get these big feelings of, oh my gosh, I ate a second piece of cake, now I got to work out really hard. It's like turning into a punishment, right? And that's where I kind of challenge you to reframe that. Reframe it more into, I really enjoyed this second piece of cake. Or checking in with yourself, like giving yourself 20 minutes before eating that second piece, giving your time to digest, and becoming mindful of what you eat too was a big thing for me. That's what helped me become more healthy. Is instead of gobbling down the food really fast and then like going for a second piece, it's really slowing down and enjoying putting away your phone and really experiencing that food. Noticing the textures, noticing the smell, right? I often might look weird to other people, but I love to smell food before I eat it. Just take a little sniff and just lock that memory of the smell into my brain. Yeah, exactly. You just slowly try to build healthier habits. Just being so gentle with yourself. There we go. Because just like it takes kind of a long time for all these bad habits to build up, it can take a little bit of time to reverse it too. Okay, so we put in that. How much buttermilk do we need for this? Oh gosh, it's gonna make me do math again. Okay. You put in, yeah, okay. There. Yes, okay, that's right. Mixy, mixy. Lorraine, buttermilk. My siblings and I used to scream that at each other for no reason. Buttermilk. We just thought it was a funny word. My beanie reminds of Fisher Price? Okay, maybe a little bit. Maybe the colors. You're in New Mexico? Oh, that's awesome, Beto. That's really fun. Oh no, Anthony, why? Oh, it really isn't. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Beto, be your true, authentic self as long as it isn't hurting anybody, right? Life is short. Just be yourself. When you were a kid, you had a crush on Slender Man? That's an interesting choice. I'd love to hear more about that. What attracted you to the Slender Man? You like tall guys? Oh, thanks, Vicus. I wouldn't say I'm a genius. I just like to yap, and I'm very appreciative that somebody likes to join in and listen, and we're building a beautiful community here. I'm feeling very blessed, especially around these Christmas times. You get a little bit nostalgic and reflective on what's important in your life. And I think this is very much important in my life, is making these connections, creating this lovely community, and you guys bring a lot of joy into my life, so thank you. Lorraine, you were thinking about getting some cake earlier, and you saw the therapy topic of the week confirms. You'll have to draw blood first. Oh, Lorraine, are you diabetic? You don't have to share if you don't want to, but yeah. The great news is that there's a lot of different recipes out there that are friendly, right, to those who need to watch their glucose. Story of my life. It's gonna make me do math again. Did you see the distress in my eyes? It says like, oh, add half a thing of this, and then it's like, oh, but also add this next. And I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna have to subtract the thing in quarters. Not my favorite, guys. I can do the math, it's just I'm out of practice. As a therapist, you don't do math very often, okay? My good lady makes really good cookies. She cut the sugar in half and I reckon they taste better. Doug, yes, absolutely. My mom makes really good healthy stuff too. She makes the black bean brownies. They are delicious. I have some in my fridge actually. Yeah, you'd be surprised at how much they kind of overkill sugar in a lot of the recipes. So play around with it. I mean, for this one, I didn't want to make any big changes because I'm scared. Oh, Anthony, your old Stranger Thing reminds you of your childhood. Did you watch the new seasons, guys, of Stranger Things? I'd love to hear what you thought. I don't want to do any spoilers, but whew, the ending was pretty good. I found it a little bit boring at first, like the first 3 or 4 episodes. I'm like, oh. And I also found it really hard to not break the feeling of reality because the kids look so old now. When I can't remember any of their names. I'm not like super into the lore, but you know that young girl? She was like the younger sister of one of the main guys, and she was sitting in that desk. I like burst out laughing because she's like a full-grown adult in like this little child's desk wearing the pigtails and stuff. Yeah, they tried. I guess there's always so much de-aging that they can do, huh? Oh, you're fasting. I see. Oh no, Lorraine, this is not the video for you with the baking right now, huh? Oh, it's a childhood trauma. Yeah, I get it, Vito. Well, I hope you find the right match when it comes to a therapist, if that's something that you're still looking for. Fingers crossed for you, eh? Just stay optimistic. How are you doing, Fun? We're making a cannoli cake today. You miss Eddie. Who's Eddie, Anthony? Oh, Eddie right. Yes. He was so nice from Stranger Things, right? You never seen it. Have to take a look. Cannoli. Okay, guys. I think we finished the batter. We did it. We didn't burn down the house yet. We mix it all together, yes. Fold in mini chocolate chips. Okay. You fold it in. Have you guys seen that show? Oh, what is it called? Shiz Creek. There's a great one where she's trying to teach her son how to cook, and he's like, okay, next fold the cheese in. It's like, how do you fold the cheese? Yeah. David, I don't know. You fold it in. You just fold it in. And he's like, yeah, I get it. But how do you fold it in? Oh, it's a very funny show. Filmed in Canada, I believe, too. Woohoo! Us Canadians were obliged to always tell you if something was filmed in Canada. Always. That's just part of our culture. Looking good, guys. Should I add in some more? I want to save some for the toppings, but maybe I'll add in a little bit more. Ah, that was too much. Ah, it's too much. Nope, too late now. I am Canadian. It's based on the series. You've never been out of the desert? I've never been in the desert. Let's swap places. The desert would be so cool. I would love to go to Egypt and see the pyramids. Oh, that would be so cool. Okay. Let's dump her in the pot. We're gonna use this kind of tin. This is my favorite kind of tin, guys. I basically make all my cakes in this. Bundt cake style. Let's see. gonna add a little bit of margarine onto the pan too, because I find that this cake tin often sticks. No matter what I do, it sticks to the dang thing. There's gotta be so many cooking channels on YouTube, huh? Seems to be one of the most popular, what do you call it? Popular types of channels is the cooking channels. Lorraine, you mentioned that you like watching cooking shows. Which one's your favorite channel? Maybe I shall subscribe to them. That would be kind of fun. You're related to Ramses the Third, apparently. Anthony. Oh my gosh, we have a celebrity. That's pretty cool. My parents said I was related to Catherine of Aragon, but I don't believe that. I think it was very common back in the day to just like say you were related to royalty just for jokes. So it's very hard to know whether or not you're actually related. But my mom swears on her life that we are in fact related to Catherine of Aragon. So she was the first wife of King Henry VIII of England. And he is notorious. He's, I would say, one of the most famous kings of England because he was such a playa. He had 6 wives, and there's a little saying that they teach the kids so you know what happened to each of the wives. It goes, divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, survived. So my guy, King Henry, was pretty ruthless. I basically invented divorce in order to get rid of his first wifey, which is the lady I'm apparently related to. First wifey. Yeah, and then he did that because A, he wanted a son, and she didn't give him a son. And B, there was this cutie, Anne Boleyn, that he kind of fell for. And was like, I want to marry this girl. I don't like my wife. But then he decided, Anne Boleyn, you suck. I think there was like a rumor of her cheating on him or something. Or he made it up to get rid of her. So then he, yeah. Let me just catch up with the chat here. Oh, Vito, you want to go to Vancouver or Saskatchewan? Yeah, Vancouver is definitely the more popular destination to visit. That's what 23andMe says. Ooh, that's really cool. Like if it's, yeah, that sounds pretty legit if it's in 23andMe. I don't know 100% how that works. But cool. Oh man, that's how he got a little stabbed. Oh no. I hope not too, Anthony. I really do. That would not be great. Yes, Vancouver is super popular. Most of your Bollywood events used to take place there. Is that true? Because I didn't realize that. All right, in you go. Whew. Hardest part done, I think. Oh, we should set a timer. Okay. In half an hour, I will check on the cake. Somebody remind me if anybody's sticking around for half an hour. Vancouver is very popular. India on Canada, really? That would be closer than visit India. I gotta leave your town first. Oh, Veda, it sounds like you got big traveling dreams. I encourage that. Traveling is really good for the mind, the soul, and the body because you're running around. I find that you just feel so much more at ease, getting to know all these different communities, and it makes you feel less alone too. The world is big and beautiful, and most of the time pretty friendly. They took your DNA. Oh, they took your relative's DNA by science. Yeah, exactly. That's even better. You got proof. I never had the proof, you see. Mine's just word by mouth, and the source is unreliable. Okay, get a drink here. You like men with the pot and Georgie Kavaz? Lorraine, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Camping with Steve is fun. He always, oh, right, because I asked you about the channels, the cooking channels. Nice. Camping with Steve. That sounds like a fun one. I love the survivalist accounts where they're out and about doing stuff. I find like it's important to know these things just in case, you know. Canada's very big, lots of forests. It's good to have like at least a baseline knowledge of what's going on out there. So if you get stuck, you can survive a few days until someone can come get you. Where's the good steak in Canada? Yeah, I'm not a big steak person. Milestones, Moxie's are like the big ones. It's the only ones I can think of right now. Basically the chain ones. We share a lot of restaurants with America, but I love going over there, your guys' fast food. I've talked about this, and this is actually on topic with what we were supposed to be talking about, which is like emotional eating. I love fast food so much. And like it was a problem for me. But I think I've gotten it under control now, right? It's about, because the issue for me was like I was trying to repress it really hard, right? And when you're forcing yourself to do something, you often find that you crack and like bug out and like go for that even more, right? Because you feel like a big failure. All these emotions, cycles go through. So now I'm like more gentle with myself. It's like, all right, I can treat myself if I really, really want something. But it's about balance, right? If that's the case, then I'm gonna do some extra this or that later on. And that's what works for me. Some people don't like that mindset of like, if I need to eat this, then I have to work out. That's just what works for me. Everybody's different. And it just depends on what feels the healthiest for you. Your favorite steak anywhere in Canada in Epcot? Is Epcot, what? Oh, right. There's an Epcot Canada, right? Is that what I'm getting? In Disney World, they have a place where they have like people around the world, or countries around the world, and Canada is one of them. Yeah, it was really funny. I went to Canada to visit my friend who was doing school in Disneyland. Like she was an intern Disney person. That was a lot of fun. We did the around the world trip in Epcot. My favorite part, I really liked the Nemo ride actually. That was a lot of fun. And then even though I wasn't supposed to, we snuck off with all of the staff and we partied. I will not reveal where or when because I don't think we're supposed to. All right, sorry. You're cleaning your chicken coop right now. Chickens rock. Chickens rock. Rock and roll. Oh, Beto, well, welcome. I'm glad you subscribed. That's great. Matt, you went to Thailand when you were 15. 13. That's cool. What was the best part? All right, I'm gonna start the next part of this. Ricotta frosting. So this is the inside of the cannoli that we're making. And it says we gotta get a plate. in several paper towels. See, this is the part I really feel the least confident about because we're using ricotta cheese. And again, I don't know what I'm doing. 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay. It says place several sheets, so I'm doing several. We'll do maybe 3, 4 on a plate, and then measure out the ricotta. Oh, look at that. It's kind of like cream cheese. This also smells like yogurt. I guess it all comes from the same place, huh? I feel like it's gonna get stuck to the paper towel. I don't know. Let's give it a shot. How much do we need? 1/3 whole milk ricotta cheese. Okay. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna use the scoop. Oh, it made a really gross sound. That was kind of nasty. All right. Ikitakimasu. Okay, so we put it on our paper plates here. Maybe I should tilt you guys down a bit so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. Now what? Ricotta frosting. Press down to remove some of the moisture. Okay. I feel like there's not that much moisture in it anyways. Press down, press down. Okay, some moisture did come out. That's good. Ew. It looks like a little fossil. Let me just catch up on the chat here. Yeah, we've never been to Vancouver, Vicus. Well, I went a few times, but he hasn't. Bye, South Valley. Sorry I missed you. Saying bye. The night markets, yes. Anthony, they usually go on the boardwalk to the Dueling Pianos bar. Your friend worked there for like 7 years. That's fun. Yeah, it's really great when you know somebody who works in the parks, right? Have you guys ever been to Disney? Lorraine, have you been? Disney is like a whole thing I could do a video on. It's just like the Disney adult mentality. Some people absolutely hate the Disney adults, but I think there's like a very valid reason why people become Disney adults and all of that fun stuff. Because often it's like an anchor in this crazy, crazy world. Sometimes you just need somebody to, I don't know, a place that feels safe and secure. And for some people, that'd be Disneyland. What's your safe and secure place, guys? For me, it's my home. I love it here. There's also a vacation spot that me and my family have gone to year in and year out. So that's my other safe spot. I really enjoyed going there. It feels like a second home. Everyone hates Disney people. I don't hate Disney people. I get where they're coming from. Have I ever been to Dubai? I have not been to Dubai, but that would be a really great place to go. It's definitely on the top of my list. I don't know where to mix this. I guess I'll use this. We're gonna throw this in here. We're gonna add cream cheese. How much cream cheese do we need? These instructions need to put the amounts in the instructions. You know, I can't be expected to remember exactly how much I need every time. Can I? Do you guys? Okay, 4 ounces. Why do they switch to ounces all of a sudden? I'm Canadian. I don't know ounces. Oh, this is stressing me out. Okay, 4 ounces. You see what I mean, guys? I kind of crash out a little bit when I'm cooking. Apologies. Okay, it's half a cup. Then just say half a cup. Half a cup, half a cup. That means 2 of these. I'll get a knife. Oh, this is a very yucky. I'm gonna call that a day. Oh, thank you, Lorraine. You knew it was gonna be half a cup this whole time, huh? You're the cooking queen, I can tell. Lorraine already told me she's very good at cooking, which is nice. I'm sure it helps watching all those cooking shows and stuff. See, this is healing me, guys. This is healing me. I used to feel so stressed out of cooking, but I'm like, it's okay, right? We're having fun, aren't we? We're having fun. And this is how you overcome your fears. Just challenging yourself. Ooh, doorbell. Right. You can hear the hound. I'll be right back. You already ordered it?
No, not this one, the other one.
Oh, okay. Okay. Just a delivery. Uh-oh, hot dog. I know, my dog sounds so scary. Cherokee, you want to come on the live stream? Come over here. What's this? Something on the ground. There she is. She's my old girlie. I should wash my hands, so. I got Cherokee. We call her, she's a bargain bin pup. We've had her for ages and ages. I found her on Kijiji. Yeah, you didn't know that, Vicus? I got a doggy. She's very cute, but she sounds scary. And she's very protective of us, which is nice. She's a good guard dog, that's for sure. Okay, so now we got 2 cups. Wow, that's a lot. 2 cups of powdered sugar. But again, we're not questioning this. We're not going to question this too much. Go. Perfect. Oh, I spilled it all over. Oh boy. What you gonna do, hey? 2 cups powdered sugar. Yeah, I'm not tripping. That's what it says. And it goes. Guess we're gonna have a lot of icing for the top of our bundt cake. Typically, bundt cakes need less icing because you're not filling in the middle, right? Which which is why I like it. Some people are icing people. I am the opposite. What can I mix this with? I'm gonna mix it with... Do I have any recommendations? No. Just gonna leave me guessing. Spatula seems to be the right weapon of choice. Yeah, when I got Cherokee, she wasn't like a pup, okay? She was a maybe teenager doggy. She was like not even half a year. I would say older than that. Almost a year old. And she was living with a family of like 7 kids. And I think the wife really wanted to have a pup, but then they just realized that it was too much for them. Like, they really couldn't handle having a puppy. And I was in university, and I was living with 7 other roommates. I had a lot of roommates. And I asked them, I said, hey, I found this dog online. And if it's too crazy, like, we can obviously find her a better home, but I'm just like, I'm feeling really attached to this dog for some reason. I was like dreaming about her and stuff. So they said, yeah, okay. Do it, because they wanted to have like a house dog anyways. And yeah, we had kind of a house puppy. I think that was my 3rd year of university or 4th year. Yeah, and all my roommates, she was really attached to one of my roommates too, which was very sweet. She got a lot of love, a lot of walkies. Having 7 owners all the time, she was really loving the attention. I think that's what she was kind of lacking at the other house too. And to this day, she remains with me. She didn't go anywhere. I think I was tricking myself to say, oh yeah, you know, we can rehome her just in case this doesn't work out. I think my whole thing was that they didn't seem to care. Like, you know, most people ask where the pup's gonna end up or your house or anything. When I stopped by to see her, they didn't ask me any questions. They're like, you can take her right now. Here you go. I was like, a little bit suspicious. I know. That's a lot of sugar. That's what I thought too. Get your hands in there and get some air in that mix. No. Some people like to mix with their hands, but absolutely not. I cannot do that. Yeah. I'm so glad I did. Hey, Cherokee. You good? Yeah, she's good. She's just staring at me. She's getting so old. I can't believe how old she's getting. Her whole face is white and her muzzle's white. The passing of age. Yeah, I'm starting to feel the passage of time, you know? Especially when they do, oh, this episode of TV is 20 years old. I'm like, please stop telling me that. That makes me feel very old. Okay, we mixed. In a separate bowl, we add heavy cream and vanilla. Oh gosh, we gotta beat it until stiff peaks. Oh no. Again, I feel like I probably should have gotten like an electric thing, but here we go. We're gonna do it. Let's mix it in this. How much whipping cream do we need? Whip. Half a cup. Half a cup. All right, we can do this. Okay. Half a cup. Boom. says, once you got that in there, it adds 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. This is the one thing I don't measure is when it comes to vanilla. I always just do like a little splash. We eyeball this at least. And then it says to mix. Maybe I'll give this a shot. No. Maybe a whip. Whip. Am I a baby boomer? No, not quite. Okay, no worries, Doug. If you gotta go, you gotta go. Oh, you know what? I saw this great hack where somebody puts this in a bottle and they like use the bottle to shake the whipping cream. But now I feel like we've committed to this. Hopefully this does something. Does this count as ASMR or is this annoying? Oh! Doug, thank you! Oh my gosh, Doug, I would have forgotten. You're the best. You're the real MVP. Doug, you get official credits on this cake, okay? Because I would have just straight out forgot to check on the cake. I think maybe once I smell it cooking, I might have noticed. Maybe, probably not. Okay, I'm glad you like it, Beckus. I think it is doing something. It seems like bubbles are coming inside of here, so that's good. I guess this is the part of the cooking shows where I'm like, do people actually like this? But I guess they do. I'm feeling pretty calm. Would I call this stiff peaks though? I don't know if I would. It's doing something. You guys ever made slime before? That was my specialty. I love to make slime. Yeah, I worked with kids doing behavioral analysis. My specialty was making slime. And the interesting thing about slime is that you can use 2 kind of activating ingredients. So you use glue, you can use borax, which is like a cleaning solution, or you could use contact, like eye contact solution. They use for like the eye contacts. And it makes it goopy. And the fun thing is like the toppings, I call them, that you put in the slime. Like you can put in those little foam balls, or you can put in, what else? Sparkles. Sometimes little beads or something. It's always a good time. Let me tell you, making slime is very healing, so I'm going to apply that same feeling to this. I think that's probably the best I'm going to do. Should I keep going? What do you guys think? Still pretty liquidy. It's got a bit of air in it. Yeah, I know. The peak stage. Yeah, Lorraine, you've done it before. You've made a slime. The cornstarch and water. It is a cannoli cake. So cannoli is a special Italian food, and it's kind of like, it's like a crepe, a small crepe that's like wrapped up like a burrito, and it's got a cream filling. You know what? I do have a hand mixer. Maybe I'll give that a shot. This is probably gonna spray it everywhere. So bigger bowl. Yeah, I don't know where it is. I'm just gonna call it a day and say that this is good enough. I don't want you to have to hear that for so much. Now somebody's saying I look like Bang Chen from Stray Kids. What is going on? This must be some weird internet trend that I'm not understanding. People keep saying I look like K-pop people. You youths and your silly internet things. Like Jenny. I like that song. Like Jenny, 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 Jenny. You guys know that one? Oops, I hope I was supposed to mix that in. I just kind of did it. Okay, yeah, it was. That's good. I was like, this is fine. Okay. Oh no, it's looking a little bit liquidy, guys. I might have made a terrible mistake. It could be more of like a cannoli dip. We can just call it that. Keep going. Oh, sorry, Doug. Yeah, I screwed up. It's like a thin pancake. Yeah. I do not look like Bang Chen from Stray Kids. Yeah. It's one of those kid trends, it must be. Oh gosh, Vicus. Don't believe everything you see, okay? I think I got lucky on this one. It actually doesn't look too bad. All right, guys. Ooh. What do I see here? What was that? There's a little pop-up thing. Not sure. Interesting. Well, guys, I think we're almost there. We're going to assemble it and call it a day. Thank you so much for sticking around. I know this is kind of a longer live stream than I usually do. But hey, sometimes every now and then it's nice to just sit back and chill, chit-chat about life. And I definitely had a good time. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense these days. That's facts. Oh yeah, I should check the oven. Thanks, Doug. You're my little timer. Okay, where's my little gloves? Got my little lobster claws here. Ooh, not quite, but it's looking good. It's very jiggly. I'm glad, you guys. I feel calm too. I was actually pretty stressed out at the beginning because I was worried things would go terribly awry, but things have gone well. And actually, the more that I'm stirring this, the more it's thickening up, so that's good. Not a total loss. And it says after this, gently fold the whipping cream into the ricotta, place 1 baked cake, cut about half a cup of frosting on top, spread the second layer, repeat. Oh, it says to cover and refrigerate for 1 hour before serving. Now that's interesting. Wonder why. I have no idea. But if that's what the cake lady says, I'm gonna listen to the cake lady. And by the way, guys, if you wanna try this specific recipe, it is on a website called Taste Better from Scratch, and it's under Cannoli Cake by Lauren Allen. It was published last year in June. So you can make the exact same kind of birthday cannoli cake that I chose. Oh yeah, it's starting to smell good. Yeah, no worries, Vicus. Thank you for sticking around, guys. I appreciate that. And what I love is that there's always something to talk about with you guys, and that's thanks to you. Because I sometimes run out of topics, but you guys are so engaging and chit chatty that it makes it a lot more fun than just filming a regular video. Yeah, what did you guys think of the new schedule that I posted? I was like a little bit hesitant to do a permanent schedule, but I knew I needed to eventually to make sure that people knew what I was doing. Because I am a free spirit, I like to just kind of make things as they pop into my head, but structure is good too. You know, everybody needs a little structure in their life. Oh, thanks, Doug. I really appreciate that. And welcome to the community. We have the best one on the internet, let me tell you. Only chill vibes here. Yeah, I hope you have a good one if you're heading out. Alright guys, let's use a little stick here. I like to use a chopstick. Got some metal ones to check if the cake is ready. Here's my lobster claws. Right there. Still a bit jiggly. Let's test this. Oh, no. Not quite, guys. Oh, Vicus, you say the schedule is perfect in your opinion, as you have an audience from all over the globe, so that's great. Yeah, I tried my best, right? Like do one in the morning, one live stream at night, so people can kind of choose which one works best for them. Oh, thank you. Bye, Lorraine. Are you heading out? See you later. The lobster says bye. Take care. Yeah, you know what, guys? I think the cake is still cooking. What do you think? Should we call it here? Do you guys want to hang around until it's done? Up to you. But while we're waiting, I think we can talk about how to stop emotional eating if that's the case, if that's something you'd like to do. And let's see. There's the 5-minute pause. That's something that we use when you feel that head hunger, right? There's physical hunger versus head hunger. And to know the difference is very important, right? Check in with yourself. See, like, am I physically hungry? Is my stomach growling? Or is this in my head? It's like a craving. I'm like really craving a specific food. And if you know the difference, if you kind of think about the food that you've eaten throughout the day, and once you have a good idea of what a good healthy day looks like for you, that gives you some more power to make healthy decisions, right? Doug, you're gonna wait until it's out of the oven. I was almost hoping, I was like, maybe people will give me the excuse to not see it because I am so bad at taking cakes out of the pan. But for you, Doug, I'll stick around. Yeah. So anyways, basically, if you give yourself a 5-minute pause before committing to eat that food, if you know it's like a head hunger, then you're basically giving yourself some time to figure it out, right? You're not saying no, and that's the big thing too. Sometimes saying no is like a visceral reaction. Sometimes it's hard, you're fighting it. But by saying, I'm just pausing for 5 minutes, I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing and see if that craving passes or if it's still there, right? And this way you're being more gentle with yourself too. Again, this is just like a little psychology trick. If you find that you're really struggling to control that impulse, don't let it be an impulse, right? Say, I'm not gonna jump on this right away. I'm slowly building up the skill to create space there. Another thing that you can try is called the emotional check-in, is finding the reason why you're getting this craving, right? So for example, if right after a stressful meeting, you're always having the same kind of cravings, that's when you can pause and say, is this starting to become a coping mechanism, right? By understanding the patterns, you are able to start to build an actionable kind of counter thing for that. It's like, okay, I'm looking for comfort after meetings because they're very stressful for me. What is another way I can honor myself and reduce that stress, do something for me that isn't eating food, if that's something that you'd like to do? And say, I'm gonna try, I don't know, going for a little walk around the building, going to the toilets and texting on there for a bit, whatever it might be. But yeah, just creating that space. Doug is a very strong-willed person. If you're stopping something, I'll just stop. That's good, Doug. Yeah, definitely. Some people have that talent, and man, I wish I did. I can be quite an impulsive person at times. So I have to be very careful and mindful with my actions because as they say, I'm kind of a fire starter. Is that what they call it? Yeah, once I get an idea, I want to jump on it right away. But sometimes it's good to think about it first, too. Yeah, so we mentioned, if eating is your coping mechanism, figuring out what it is. So, for example, if you're tired, you take a rest. And this is like at home, right? If you're bored, do something that's entertaining. If you're stressed, do something that's de-stressing. Take a shower or something, right? Because naming the emotion is important, and oftentimes we find ourselves very separate from our emotions. I know a lot of people who have trouble naming their emotions on a daily basis. So yeah, start practicing that. It just provides relief in a healthier way. Doug, when you stopped eating fast food, it wasn't a problem. It was more of an inconvenience. Doug, you're the real VIP when it comes to that. I still struggle with not eating fast food to this day, but it's something I really do enjoy. So that's where I'm like, I'm okay to give myself a little bit of grace and have some fast food every now and then, as long as it's not becoming a problem, right? I want to feel good about it. And that's the best part about therapy, right? It's like, what makes me feel good might not make you feel good. But it's also important to note that fast food is addicting, so it can be a harder thing to stop as opposed to other foods. Yeah, it might not be a good choice if you're somebody who's really struggling with that impulse thing. You can always try cutting it out and adding it back in later, seeing how you feel, right? My whole therapeutic theory is kind of summarized as being a curious scientist for yourself, right? Being a gentle, curious scientist to understand yourself a little bit better, challenge yourself a little bit more, do these little experiments, and see what happens. See if you like it, see if you don't like it. You're gathering up that information, which in turn leads you to understand what you want out of life. Doug, you're so right. You can save so much money by not buying fast food. So true. Yep. Gotta have little treats every now and then, whatever that looks like, but you definitely do save money. Let me tell you, getting this coffee machine, this was my birthday present right here. This has saved so much money. Like in the long run, it might be way, way better than stopping at Tim Hortons all the time, or definitely Starbucks. Oh my gosh, Starbucks has gotten so expensive. Okay, I think we are done. Let's check on this cake one last time here. It's gotta be ready by now, I would hope. Ooh, she's looking pretty good. Oh, not quite. It's set around half an hour to 45 minutes. Perhaps because we didn't split it into 2 pans, it's taken a little bit longer. That could probably be why. Yeah, and when I think, you guys know me, I love to do fictional characters, right? Ooh, that's good. That's really good. You guys, the cake's actually really good. This might be the best one I've made. My other favorite is lemon poppy seed cake. That is nice. Okay. But let's think about some characters who struggle with their eating habits. Do you guys know of any? The ones that jump out to me specifically. Homer Simpson, he's a really good example. He's always kind of eating out of boredom, eating out of impulse, a bit out of like rewarding himself. So he's a really good example of somebody who struggles with that. And I think he's not really willing to change either. And that's a big part of making those healthy habits. It's like, sure, you might want to be healthy, but are you willing and ready to make those small changes that build up over time? Is another thing completely. And that's where hypnosis can come in handy too, when it comes to finding the reason why specifically you're struggling with this, because sometimes it's not a conscious thing, right? Consciously you want to change, but there is a subconscious part of you holding on to food as a coping mechanism, whatever that might be. So if you really tried it all, tried all the diets, tried all the different methods to change, but you're still struggling, you can always try hypnosis if that's something you'd like to do. Because we're not working with the conscious mind, we're working with the subconscious. And what that might look like is that, oh, you never realized that, you know, in your childhood, something happened, and this is your inner child kind of, it's a way to feel safe. You can kind of heal that on a deeper level as opposed to logicking around that. Because remember, guys, humans are not just, what do you call it? We're not all logic as much as we'd like to think. There's a lot of emotional decisions that we make. Which is why it's so important to understand ourselves deeply, very deeply. And if you feel stuck in a situation, stuck in your habits, don't worry. There's always hope for you. You just gotta be gentle and get that help that you need. Sometimes you might not find the right therapist right away. That's all right. You can try again later. Okay, let's see it. Let's see this cake. Oh, that's looking pretty good. Come on, cake. Oh, still working on it, guys. Yeah. What do you think? Maybe I should just, yeah, I'm just gonna leave maybe a picture of it because it's taking so long. I feel like I covered everything I wanted to. So, guys, I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much for making this a really fun experience. And I will update you guys with a picture of the finished cake, decorations and all. Really excited to share that. Take care, and I hope you have a good one. Bye. Bye.